everybody. How's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, getting ready to resume this run on Zot's Dungeon in Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup version 0.25 here in 2020 with this Ogre Venom Mage. And here I stand in the completed Vaults 5 and looking at my next place to go. I do believe we will be clearing out Zot's realm and getting some experience, trying to work hard to get some of these spells online. We have statue form close to castable, and Crystal Spear is also getting closer, and then Shatter is somewhere here where far away, but as I've been informed, once you get past this kind of threshold and you get below 100% to 99%, it starts going down very, very rapidly as you progress in the skill levels and intelligence and all of that stuff. So I'm excited to get enough experience to have this happen. And the only way to do that is really to get my earth magic higher and higher and higher. And it's quite expensive, but it's the only thing I'm training. And so let's continue. Let's go ahead and go over now to Zot. Yep, I'm really hungry. I get it. Okay, and let's Yep. Let's put all the runes in and step inside, and we get greeted promptly by a green draconian. I'm going to step out actually and just eat, and then we will talk to this tentacle monstrosity face to face. Wow, a ring that we haven't identified yet. Cool. What is it? It's a +6 ring of intelligence, which actually isn't horrifying. I wonder if it would be a bigger boost to my spellcasting than this ring of wizardry, and the easy way to figure that out would be to just put it on outside, of course. So let's put on, let me look at my spells first. And so most of my stuff I can cast pretty easily, and statue form is the worst of my memorized spells at 19%. So if I were to put on this +6 ring of intelligence instead of my wizardry, alright? Nah, it doesn't help me with success rate. Wizardry is more powerful, at least for in this situation with this character. So we will put this back on. I feel stupid. Okay. I'm actually going to drop some of these rings, so I think I can very safely drop this ring of dexterity. I don't even know why I had that, to be honest. Probably just picked it up and haven't turned it off yet. So let's turn off some of this stuff. So we don't need rings of intelligence anymore, and we don't need rings of dexterity. So all auto pickup rings that are non-artifact are gone. I think I'm okay with this list of items. Let me make sure we're all good here. Yep, okay. Anyway, so let's go back down and start exploring. There's the Death Cob, just doing his thing. Alright, Draconians abound. So the thing about Draconians is most of them can get poisoned. The green one, obviously not. Gold Dragon. And so we're just going to, it looks like it's going to be an Iron Shot kind of party for a bit. I mean, if I could get Crystal Spear, that would be also probably a good thing to imagine, but 17% failure. Getting there. We're getting there. I could pump up my conjurations a little bit, but to be honest, it's really, really high, and it's hard to raise. Earth magic just helps everything for me. Statue form, shatter, Iron Shot, everything I'm casting, so I don't feel bad about spending so much to raise it up. Okay, now I have no magic, so it's time to step away from this guy. Beep, 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 beep. And then once we get enough magic, we can kill you. Oh, Ghost Moth, alright. Oh boy, you and these flames. Let me evoke some Ice Blast at you. Boy, you took that like a champ. I thought maybe because you were fire, you wouldn't like it. Here we go. There you go. I'm just going to hit you. Just a Ghost Moth by itself is generally not a huge deal, so we'll just let it sit there. There's an Orb of Fire just right off the get. Alright, so I usually don't see these on Zot 1, but hey, they can be anywhere they want, I guess. Alright, so it's time to Iron Shot this guy. I don't know if I really need to use a consumable to get stronger. I think it's just going to be a shootout. And it was. And we didn't get mutated. We just got hit. But really, we didn't get hit that hard. It was just... So, Iron Shot seems to work pretty well. We got lucky that we didn't get malmutated or anything funky there. And there was no Moth of Wrath to sneak up on the fight. I need to eat. Let's eat. Okay. Tentacles everywhere. Okay. So this yellow draconian Stormcaller appears to be summoning things for his purposes. Let me see if I can get a shot through to him. I cannot. So I will instead Toxic Radiance, Toxic Radiance, Toxic Radiance again, and then move over here. And then I'm just going to ignite that. And then I can give him this, and that takes him out. Alright, so we got a lot of Draconians on the screen. 2 of them are green, so they could care less about poison. I am slowed. So... Oop, I got knocked back, which actually isn't the worst thing in the world. I'm just gonna, yep, keep knocking me back, to be honest. I'm just gonna walk over here. Get some MP back, and hopefully, I don't know how long these summons last, but it would be great if they just didn't last very long. Oh, yeah, I'm getting hit. I feel sick. I'm sick. Alright, that's fine. Man, the ice is... I have 2 resist cold, so I'm a little bit surprised that the ice is doing that much damage to me. Maybe it doesn't care about resist cold? You'd think that it would. Oops, okay, so I'm gonna do this. Alright, I killed something with my Iron Shot there, which is good. Okay, and then I'm actually just going to, I hate to do this, but this Rhyme Drake has been kicking the crap out of me, so I'm just going to blast it with my Iron Shot. Okay. Then I'm going to step around. We're getting close to the exit, which is what we're going to do, is just leave and regenerate. Go back down when times are better. Okay, so now that we have our MP situation squared away, I do want to just look at my options for spells. And one of the things that I've noticed is, unfortunately, until I get Shatter online, I really don't have an effective AoE spell beyond poison. Lee's Rapid Deconstruction is fantastic, but it requires something to explode. So, you know, I need to get all these guys, I guess, into Explosion Land. So, let's just try to kill some of these things. There we go. So it's not the most efficient. It's going to just burn through my MP, but I can just Iron Shot these guys until it's all over. Here's the Moth of Wrath. Bop him, and he's gone. Shadow Dragon, good night. Okay, and, you know, all the while, our Earth Magic is getting stronger. Actually, there is something I wanted to check. What's up, Rabid Vermin? I know, man. Isn't it always like that? You know, you open the door and it's just a blast of poison. What kind of greeting? I deserve better than that. I didn't fight my way all the way here just to get poisoned. You know, I could just equip my poison staff and then be immune. Woo, look at this. Look at this fiesta. Okay, so this is a time where I am going to actually cast Rapid Deconstruction. Unfortunately, I can't seem to... I could do this door, I guess. And that does take care of the people who are close. Yeah, this is nice. So I can just keep blowing up this door, and it's way more efficient than Iron Shotting everybody. So this is a pretty good situation for Rapid Deconstruction. Just target the door, blow it up. I am going to hit this jerk over here with an Iron Shot. Then I'll just Iron Shot the rest of these people. I'm going to hit this, a Freet. There we go. Okay, so that was easy. So there we go. So I was just complaining about lack of AoE because of not enough opportunity with LRD. But maybe it was more me just, you know... Oh god, here's an Orb of Fire and me with 12 MP. Not my favorite situation. I didn't know he was waiting back. That's 2 Orbs of Fire on Zot 1. I'm not going to say that that's unprecedented, but I really feel like I don't normally see them this shallow. But welcome to Zot. Okay, so... Oh, it's the vault that's back there. What's up, Snack? Yeah, I was wondering why I'm getting so many of these. I can do 2 Iron Shots, but I don't think that's going to be enough to kill this guy. I don't think LRD... Well, I mean, I don't think LRD would be doing more damage, ostensibly, than the Iron Shot. You know what I'm going to do? He doesn't see me. Alright, now he does. I'm just going to, like, fly over here. I was hoping he wouldn't see me and I could just fly away. That didn't happen. So... The only thing I'm worried about is that I don't think 2 Iron Shots will kill this thing. Yeah, I am easy to spot. I am not stealthy. I'm actually 0 stealth. So... Okay. Well, let's just hit him once, and we missed. That's so shameful. I hate to do this. I got malmutated, so now I shout. But there's really nothing. I mean, I can do one more, and then, you know, Sandblast. I can acid this guy. They usually don't like that. Ah, yeah, I could have butterflied. That's a good point. But he's up on me. I feel like at this point, I'm just going to have to just take what comes at me. I do have, if I look, I have 4 potions of... That's actually not that many. I have 4 potions of mutation, but then there's none anywhere else. Yeah, Rabid Vermin. I was actually hearing about that. That I think it's out of the vault or the trunk potentially. So butterflies is going. They're flying away. Alright, so anyway, I'm just gonna have to deal with this guy. So let's see if... Oh... Oh, really? So what happens to Scald? Is Scald still gonna even exist? Wow, Scald is gone. Amazing. That's too bad. Alright. Hey, speaking of potions and mutation, there we go. Alright. So there's an Orb of Fire at max range, unfortunately. I just have to step up. And... Oops. Give this guy a bunch of this, and he should die. And he clumsied me, but clumsy is... no problem. Wow, I was wondering about Spectral Weapon. So that entire run-through I did with Spectral Weapon is now null and void. Well, just gonna have to learn some new things. It's attached to wooden weapons. Are wooden weapons a new thing? Oh, okay, you mean like, oh, geez, wow. So those kind of weapons. Insane. So if it's metal, it just can't be spectral. That's something to think about there. Well, I mean, I guess wooden weapons weren't getting used very often, except early in the game, so maybe that gives them some kind of viability, but I doubt it. Well, Song of Slaying was... I never found it that great, so I'm okay with that going away, but... Wereblood sounds interesting. Oh boy. No, I didn't need that. Alright. Okay. Man, my dexterity is bad. I mean, real bad. Like, dangerously bad. Oh, okay. Well, that's better, because that was the thing. Like, Song of Slaying was just too noisy. Oh boy, damnation. Okay. That's interesting. A Scarf of Darkness. Oh, we got... Yeah, I've been seeing stuff on Reddit about the Pangolian. I wasn't really sure what that was. Alright, so we got one of these rune door vaults. So generally, I can just open... So you can, like, spin and hit people with your big spiky armadillo death tail? I mean, that's pretty cool. Alright. This is terrifying. Alright. I need to immediately run. Man, the last one of these rune door vaults that I opened was a joke. There was nothing inside. This one, much harder. So, I can't really... I can LRD, but I'm just going to teleport. Maybe the thing was the last time I opened one of these, I was just way more powerful. So I'm going to start teleporting. Luckily, the cursed toes are really bad. Because they can torment. But luckily the Orb of Fire is blocked by this ancient lich. So... Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is just run down here. Oh no, they can open the doors. Right. Okay. So... Well, now it's me and the Orb of Fire. Let's see. So, LRD... Like... LRD is gonna do nothing to this Orb of Fire, right? What's up, E-Nonsense? Yeah, you know what? I stupidly did, and it's funny because I was just saying, I must have got the lucky one, because last run, I had one of these door vaults, there was like some bunk treasure inside, and then nothing else. And I was like, well, what's the big deal? And then now I'm seeing like, oh, it's just filled with like incredibly difficult enemies. So, the shifter, there's a shapeshifter here? Oh, right. Because he can take away my, can he take away my teleportation thing? Or he can, like, move things around? Yeah, he can blink. He can, like, blink everybody around. Yeah. Yeah, that's bad. Everything here is bad. So... I'm wondering then, do you think it's worth it to just try to bolt of fire, iron shot the shifter down as fast as possible, even though, or should I just run? Like, just outright step away? Yeah, okay, so I got one square where he has to, like, open the door. Okay, so then this happened. So I've been tormented. Not good. Everybody got hurt there, though. Does the Cursed Toes Torment, like, hit everybody? Or why is everybody injured? Yeah, so the Torment is hitting everything? That it can? That's okay. So... many things are immune, but the shifter is not. So that's good. So maybe I should try to take a shot at him. I don't think I'm going to be able to kill him in just one shot, though. I don't know how many hit points he has. 96. His evasion is really high, too, unfortunately. So he might just, like, dodge it. Okay, so... we're sitting here with a party. I can... Yeah, the Shifter getting Berserk would be fine. That's a great point, because then he couldn't use any abilities. If I, can you Phantom Mirror an Orb of Fire? Like, would that be... Would it be useful to have an Orb of Fire, and then what say would I have in where this thing spawned? Would it be any of the, oh, will it spawn on one of the adjacent squares to the original, or just anywhere around me? How does it exactly determine where it's gonna appear? Because if I could guarantee it appearing in a way that would harass this guy, well, I think if it flat out wouldn't work, they wouldn't let me even try it. I'm hoping. Okay, so let's just make one. Alright, so we made one. So we have another one. So we've got our own Orb of Fire. Now we have these mushrooms around, which... It's actually... I'm wondering if I can just walk to the east and then walk to the southeast, if there's any chance of survival doing that. Are his abilities smite targeted? Does the shifter need line of fire? Okay. I'm just gonna try to walk over here. So he did encircle me, but then I can just use my own. To be honest, being encircled by these mushrooms, like, is not that bad. I wonder how long I can wait here until my teleport kicks in, you know? Like, I don't know if they can just... Do they do a lot of damage? I mean, like, they don't do damage. So, the only things that are hitting me here are this Wraith and the Freezing Wraith and the regular Wraith. So then I can just start LRDing some stuff, like... I don't know how... Like, I could put an LRD... I don't want to hit my own Orb of Fire, unfortunately, so... I can tell my Orb of Fire to start killing the Draconian. Alright, now the Lich is here, and I've been confused. Yeah, the toes are unreal. What's up, Fading? Yeah, they did swap. So, now I'm going to have to quaff a potion of curing. Now, I wonder, should I just cast Blink myself and hope for a better position to just run away? Yeah, I mean, I can't control Blink with a scroll because I'm in Zot. It's coming, but it's slowed down by the fact that I'm in Zot, right? Like, I can't remember how much it slows down by. Okay. How many hit points do these cursed toes have? Actually, a lot. Yeah, so I'm not gonna, like, Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to just get an LRD off that's going to clean anything up significant. I don't think. Like, maybe I could... these guys, these Moths of Wrath are, like, away from LRD anyway. This is bad. I almost want the Ancient Lich to banish me. I mean, yeah, I need Shatter or something better than what I have. Let me just actually, you know, while we're exploring, I could try the statue form. You think I should statue form? I got 14% chance. Yeah, you know. It would help me against the Torment, but I don't know. Well, would it shave some of the Torment from the toes? And give me... But, I mean, I'm just saying, like, does it give you extra hit points? Anything to give me a little bit of time until the teleport kicks in. Yeah, it is Mario 64. What's up, Dark Luigi? Yeah, I've got some just video game music thrumming away in the background. Yeah, it's hilarious. So, yeah, I think the fog idea to maybe control the blinking squares is actually okay. So let me try fog. Oh, I teleported. Oh, and I made it. Look at that. That is a very lucky teleport. Thank the maker. Okay, so let's get the hell out of here. And just call it a day, I guess. So I have to run as fast as I can. Praise Zom is right. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is a new change. That's a good point. No, I need to go this way. Yeah. No, you're right, Fading. I realized that I wasn't going to be able to get there without going through uncharted territory, so I just took out that Ghost Moth and then went the way that I knew to get the hell out of there. So let's put on this Wing of Rizgri instead of the See Invisible, and let's rest. Now, I'm wondering if because I made that just catastrophic error of underestimating the door vault and opening it, if I should just not bother with Zot right now and go someplace else to get some experience. I mean, honestly, I was going to go to, you know, I could do the crypt, or I could, I mean, the other options would be extended. Like, I could either go into a Hell Branch, or I could go into Pandemonium, or do the Crypt or something. Yeah, the Crypt is okay. Shatter is like this. %. We're getting so close. Yeah, let's do the Crypt. Let's just, you know, get back on our feet. That was terrifying. All right. Oop. We got a ghoul. Bog body. Man, a lot of ghouls. Not messing around. Alright. I love Super Ghouls and Ghost. It's so hard, but love the aesthetic and the music. Hey, blink and teleport. I'll take it. Ooh, Deep Elf Mage. Well, hello. What are you doing here, buddy? You're not gonna like it. I could actually poison you. Reminds me of the good old days there. Oh, something hits me, huh? Alright. It is funny, but they all do. It's not very good for the Nintendo. It's much better for the SNES or the Genesis in the Super version. Look, Mr. Vampire. Or Mrs. Vampire. Oh. Look, you caught me with my pants down here. I've got no magic, Eidolon. Alright, let's see. What's the best way out of this particular snafu? Let's just come back with some more magic points, shall we? Oh, that's a good question. You know, I just thought it was funny, like, to have a deep thinker about video games, like to have, you know, the statue just thinking away, but he's thinking about playing games. It just amused me, and I have a power glove, and I like to just, you know, wear it occasionally. I get amused by terrifyingly bad game peripherals like that. It is so rad. It's a cool, like, I mean, when I saw it in the movie and everything, I mean, when I was a kid, I thought it was unreal. But unfortunately, actually using it to play games, it's terrible. It is impossible to use. It makes you worse at pretty much every game. You know, you would think even a game like Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, where you're just punching, you're like, this is perfect. No, it's terrible. But it is just a hilarious peripheral. That's kind of why I just have a soft spot for it. I love the fact that you have to strap it on like it's some kind of high-tech piece. I had the Sega Activator for a while. That's the one that's like a thing that you put on the floor that you kick with your legs to activate. It's hilarious. Yeah, exactly. Like, so you could play fighting games with that, you know. I also have the power pad, which is funny. Just so many hilarious attempts that they tried. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the Sega Activator. Yeah, the Super Scope is sweet. It was hilariously big. It was like, you know, it had an aiming sight, and you would use it over the shoulder. I mean, what a amazing weapon. The best peripherals that, it was kind of bazooka. The best peripherals that Sega did, in my opinion, weren't necessarily, it wasn't necessarily a peripheral, but it was the Sega CDX, where it was like a portable CD player, and you could just take that thing around, like, and listen to music or play Sega Genesis games or CD games on the TV. It was sweet. Yeah, the NES Advance is awesome. It also has rapid fire and slow motion features. And slow motion is just pushing the pause button over and over and over again. It's awesome. Oh no. Yes, there was a portable Sega CD which is called the Sega CDX. But yes, the Sega CD came in two models. There was a side model that would attach to your Type 2 Genesis on the side, and then you would put the Sega 32X inside the Genesis. Or there was a front-loading version of the Sega CD that you would use a Model 1 Genesis with and put that on top of it. So you had all these different, like, sweet... It was like, you know, Voltron connecting all of the things. Dude, the Dreamcast fishing rod was unreal. Do you guys have that? Leonard Nimoy? Doesn't Nimoy narrate, is it Civilization 4 that he does? Anyway, yeah. Actually, though, that does bring up another point to all this, which is that how could... Yeah, Japanese people do love fishing because, you know, they're like an island nation, so they fish all the time. Yeah, Civilization is so blessed in that, like, you know, it gets Nimoy for Civ 4, and then you get Sean Bean for Civ 6. Just an embarrassment of narration riches. Anyway, the Dreamcast had that memory card peripheral where there was like an LED display, or an LCD display on the window of the Dreamcast controller, and then you could like take that thing around, and there was like Digimon style pocket games you could play on the memory card itself. And then for certain games, it would actually use the, like, for Shenmue, if you were playing Shenmue on the Dreamcast, like the QuickTime events would display the button press on the controller window. It was awesome. It did have a D-pad. I still have one. Oh, here's Boris, by the way. But this is like the second time I've killed Boris. I've already killed him once. There he goes. So he's going to be back again. Yeah, they tried to, like... At some point... Yes, exactly. Because, like, you could use that for Code Veronica on the Dreamcast. But I'll tell you, I don't know when it started, when all consoles, like, when they release, have to have some kind of terrifying, gimmicky feature that all of the first-gen games have to utilize under contract or something, and then they never use them again. Do you remember with the... Yeah, I mean, it might as well have. I mean, do you remember, like, even the PlayStation 4, how it has that touchpad on the D-pad, on the controller that nobody in their right mind uses for anything? But, like, all the early games, you had to use that in some stupid way. Or you would have to tilt the controller and use the, you know, gyro sensors and stuff. It was just such a waste of time. Yeah, no, it is. And I'm fine with trying things out. And it's also like a selling point. It's just some kind of like pet project. I remember when, yeah, you're right about that. They do. Do you guys remember when the 3DS first came out and augmented reality, yeah, the Wii U pad, like... Yes. I used to have to tape internally my Dreamcast triggers because they were like analog triggers. And they would break all the time. But when the 3DS came out, it had like augmented reality with those... And then even when the PlayStation Vita... It had these little cards that you could look at in 3D through the augmented reality, like that was going to be a feature that anybody used. The only good thing, though, that I understand about the... Yeah, for fighting games, oh my god, that Dreamcast controller was pretty terrible. And yeah, I mean, like, it was... Yeah, 3D is dead. I mean, I had a buddy who bought a 3D television, you know. That is gone. Soul Calibur on the Dreamcast was awesome. But the controller was not that great. Yeah, the official stick, if you got that 6-button stick for the Dreamcast, it was awesome. I had a buddy who was like a fighting game purist, so he definitely got that. Yeah, what is it? Is the Dreamcast like the Naomi board or whatever it is? I can't remember what the name of the arcade board that the Dreamcast is running. But yeah, it's like the Naomi board or something like that. But yeah, it's awesome. No, but with the Wii U, I never got one. I always wanted one, but it never came down in price. Like, even when it was a dead system, GameStop was selling the Wii U for like $250. Like, it was just way too expensive. But from what I understand, the cool thing about the Wii U is even though it failed, it kind of set up the Switch. Like, it was like... Yeah, I mean, but it was like basically... It does. I mean, the hardware on the Switch is limited, but they were able to do things so much more successfully with the Switch than they were on the Wii U. It's actually a portable game system, unlike the Wii U. Like... Yeah, isn't that funny? I had a GameCube. I enjoyed it. The funny thing about the Switch, at least for me, and maybe it's just because of my lifestyle, but I don't use the Switch on my TV. I very, very rarely dock my Switch to play on the TV. It's always handheld. Thankfully, at least in my opinion, one of the things that Nintendo has done very, very well with the Switch is that they've lessened their proprietary grip and allowed for indie games and indie developers to actually make stuff for them so that you can get, you know, all kinds of fun, good indie games on the Switch, which didn't used to be the case for Nintendo. They were like, you know, jerks about it. Yes, the GameCube, I agree with that, Snack. Like, the GameCube, it wasn't a complete flop, but compared to the Xbox and the PS2, it did not sell as well. Yeah, that's true. I mean, Nintendo is crafty like that. The PS2 was a beast in terms of sales, and I mean, if you look at the number of titles that the PS2 had for it, insane how many games did they put out for that thing. Oh god, there's Menace. Just right there. Alright. I got my teleport scroll read before he before he silenced me. Alright. I'll take you down, Menace, but I need my magic points and some distance. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just like if you don't accommodate third-party developers, you are in such bad shape anymore. Good question, Rabid Vermin. It is like, what is Menace doing here? And if he is here, why are there still undead here? He should be killing these things. He should be doing his job. He has one job. No, and Rare made some great games, but yeah, you can't just lean that heavily on one developer. My N64 still has the memory card with Perfect Dark installed. Alright. Menace, where'd you go, buddy? This was like Menace's little house. Yeah, Mario 64 had longevity because you wanted to get all those stars. Fine, fine, fine. Alright. No, I agree with you. Nintendo stuff is extremely polished. They're basically like the Apple, you know, of the console wars, but it's the same thing. It's just like they charge way too much. All their stuff is proprietary. I love Nintendo. I buy it, you know. It's just it's a shame they don't deeply discount their stuff as much as other stuff. Okay, so here's Menace. I'm a caster. How in God's name do I take care of Menace? I can, you know, give him one blast before he's going to silence. Summons? Yeah, I think I don't have any summons. I can, oh, you know what? I can make a Menace. That's always a good plan. Let's make one Menace. Yep. So we've got a Menace. And then I'm going to move over here. And then... Oh, nope, my guy's in the way. Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for the folly. That is excellent. Yes, I'm with you on Nintendo and polish. It just limits their library. I'm going to give him Iron Shot once, twice, 3 times the charm. And then I'm obviously telling my Menace to attack him. Acid would do good on him if I can get it to stick. There we go. So his armor is now corroded. Then I can probably... Yeah. I'll tell you what, though. Resident Evil 4 is, like, probably my favorite Resident Evil, or one of it's really high up there. And it was totally the reason to have a GameCube, in my opinion. That and Phantasy Star Online or whatever. Yeah, exactly. Capcom kind of, like, put it everywhere. Can I disintegrate you? No. Can I... Nah, acid is pretty good. I'm just gonna keep giving you acid. There you go. Oh my god, the Superman for 64 was so bad. I wonder if... Yeah, it's hilarious when they do weird fighting game crossovers like that, where they just put in the most bizarre stuff. Dude, is it Soul Calibur 4 or 5 that just has Darth Vader? Like, which Soul Calibur had Darth Vader in it? And yeah, so you can get Vader and Yoda, and then like the guy from Force Unleashed or whatever. It is hilarious. I would actually play Fading it. I would actually play Fading online in Soul Calibur. I think it was 4 when it had Darth Vader. And he just was so hilarious to me to use him. That's right, 6 had Geralt, yeah. Geralt of Rivia. The Butcher of Blaviken. Just in Soul Calibur world. Why not? The soul does still burn. Oh, it's nice that they had this little treasure area. Potion of Haste is great. Unfortunately, I can't wear this plate or this helmet. But is this the, you guys think I should use this scythe? You think this'll do really well for me? I think it's a winner. I know. Alright, so let me identify this amulet. Magic regeneration. Okay. Thanks so much. Goodbye. And let me turn that off. Yep. Okay. Can I I was wondering if I could LRD. Oh, that Zelda game that you had to have like 4 people with each with their own system? Yeah, ridiculous. Never played that one. Alright, time to look at my Shatter. Where you at, Shatter? Dude, I love Phantasy Star Online for GameCube. It was my buddy and I would play that just on LAN. Oh, Shatter, so close, 24%. You know what's hilarious is I'm gonna max out Earth Magic, and I don't know if Shatter's gonna get reliable. Yeah, I should memorize it. You're right. Oh, I could shield up a little bit more. That's true. And I think I also want to memorize... Crystal Spear is really close. Yeah, that's a good point on shields. I'm just blowing up gravestones, just killing the undead. Nothing to see here. Oh, dispersal. Oh, Mummy Priest. I gotta eat. Okay. And there we go. There's the crypt, and I mean the tombs, and we will have nothing to do with tombs. I got another Potion of Haste, though. I'm really happy about that. Yeah, there was a 4-player Final Fantasy game for the GameCube, too, wasn't there? And I never played that either. Yeah, pretty bad. The controller on the GameCube was also not that great, in my opinion. It was wired, also. I mean, I guess most of that generation was wired, but still. Didn't like it. The grips were weird, in my opinion. You like the GameCube controller? The Wavebird or the GameCube controller? I thought that... For some... Well, there you go, then. You know what, dude? I'm going to have to revisit it just on that recommendation alone. I'm going to have to see. Yeah, that was the first Super Smash Brothers, wasn't it? Alright, so... I think I'm just going to go into hell and get some experience in the Vestibule. Let's see. Oh, actually, wonder if I can Crystal Spear this guy. Man, it's got a bad fail rate. Did I not memorize Shatter? Oh, out of range, huh? Alright, let's give him this. Okay, I'm running out of MP, but I think I can do this, and then this. Almost got him. But I got some MP problems, so I gotta leave. So we'll take these guys with us and just beat them to death with our clubs. Yeah. It's maybe not the same as how Nintendo kind of lacked on third-party devs and just kind of relied on their own first-party stuff, but it reminds me of the similar bad move, at least in my opinion, that Xbox made by not getting any exclusive IPs this generation, or at least as many as Sony did. Okay, so oh man, that's awesome. I'd love to play as Snake. Ooh, look at this. Explosion time. Push. We're blowing them up. I'm just putting explosions everywhere. As many places as I can. Yeah, sure. That's a good one. This is really where it pays to, like, be sitting here with 35 armor class and gold dragon scales and have a +9 tower shield. So I don't mind that there's guys just wailing on me. Or trying to. Okay, so now I'm getting hurt enough that it's probably... Oh, there's a Hellion down there. Let's go ahead and get... Can I get this guy with anything? No, he's cleverly away. So let's just go back up. And then... go down here. And then beep, 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 beep. There we go. Okay. So now we can at least try Shatter. I'm going to start training up shields. Let me look at my spells, actually. Yeah, this is interesting to me. I mean... So, just out of curiosity, what is it that's keeping me from getting these last 2 pips of power with Shatter if it's if I max out Earth Magic, is it just my intelligence that's causing this to happen? Or is it spellcasting? Because I'm going to max the skill school in a second here. Intel? I see. Okay, I need to get smarter then. We need to get a little bit smarter about this. Alright, so... Alright, let's get him. I gotta kill this monstrosity before he makes it so I can't leave. I shattered. My first time. Oh. Okay, I didn't realize I was going to mess with the configuration of the wall. Interesting. Okay, so it just breaks the terrain. Let me look at this. But does it hurt me? Does shatter hurt me is the question. Okay, so even if a wall or a door blows up, it's not actually the debris or the spell won't hurt me. That's what I was worried about. I was like, I don't want to accidentally hurt myself here. Okay. Oh, it's just us. Carry on. Let's do this. Got him. One of the nice things, too, about being evil, or worshipping an evil god, is I believe I can now use his horn, and it's not that bad. Oh, shatter down to 21% as the shield skill goes up. Okay. So just to be aware of the fact that it does less damage to things that are flying and slimy stuff. Just incidentally, orbs of fire are flying, aren't they? So shatter doesn't work that great on them. Alright. Let's just start blasting stuff. Ooh, what are you, a Kraken Simulacrum? Well, I can LRD you. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so I got Crystal Spear, which is... Yeah, because Iron Shot actually worked fine on the Orbs of Fire if I could get a shot on them. It just took a few. But if Crystal Spear does it better, then that sounds great. Yeah, look at this. As the shield skill ticks up, man... I had turned off shields at one point because it was getting more expensive, but now we are really, really getting into the wheelhouse of casting these spells. Terrific. Do you think there's any point in the world of actually maxing Earth Magic, or should I just turn it off and start training some other stuff? I mean, those last 0.2 of a point, like, are they going to help in any way? I should max it. Okay, alright, fine. You're right. I just don't know if I've ever seen a cost that high, but can you put a price on maxing Earth Magic? You're right, the yellow numbers do look awesome. I always feel so great. So, Crystal Spear has even less range than Iron Shot. It's less by 1, is that correct? That's true, Rabbit Vermin. Yeah, ooh, look at me, I'm the Metalomancer. That's pretty sweet. I like to tell people in real life that I was a Metalomancer. Why not? Alright, I can't blow you up. Alright, you're getting Crystal Spear, buddy. Where is it? Here? Uh-oh. I got contaminated. Fine. I'll take more damage any day of the week. Oh, 6-headed Hydra. Well, no. Okay, I can't do that anymore, but I could have. Just remember that. Alligator zombie. Coming at me. Alright, almost done with this vestibule. Yeah, it does cost... It's 2 skill levels higher, so yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I mean... You know what, though? That's a good philosophical question. Like, seeing an alligator in person outside of captivity would be bad enough. But maybe if it was a zombie... It depends on what kind of zombie we're talking about. Are we talking about, like, slow, meandering zombie that I can run away from? Or are we talking about, like, frenzied, you know, zombie runner from, you know, Last of Us or whatever? Like, it just depends. Like, did it make it faster and scarier, or is it slow? I need to know before I make the decision based, you know, on that. All right. Oh, Tartarus, no. You know what? I got the best resist cold out of any of them. Might as well do Cocytus first. Let's go. Alright. Here's another alligator zombie for you. How many rations can I buy? I can buy a pretty decent amount. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I need to start just bapping stuff with my staff. I gotta start conserving my spell power. I can't just Iron Shot enemies that are jokes. I gotta get better about that. Here we go. Here's the way down. So, if you are new to a branch of hell, just remember, go straight down. If you can, don't bother with the riffraff. There's no treasures here, just experience. Although experience is good. Get my shatter even better. It is good experience. You're right about that. Ooh, Ice Fiend, okay. Ooh, I got the 4 exclamation points with the Crystal Spear on that dude. Boom. Love it. Alright, man. Take care, Fading. See ya. Good night. Alright, so I'm going to actually remap one of my macros. What spell is... So, Crystal Spear is... N. So I'm going to hit... Oops. The macro 4. It's going to be Z. Oh. Macro 4. Redefine Z. And F. Boom. And then... probably I can remap 6 for Shatter. What is Shatter? Shatter is Q, so let's macro 6 redefined ZQ. Okay. Oh, let me see what did he say to me? Oh, he didn't get a chance to say anything. I can't wait to hear what he says to me now. The imps are so mean. Oh, they took the Crimson Imp out? That's awesome. You know, I don't know if you guys remember, but I had a death in the tournament where I was trying to streak, and I got killed by a Crimson Imp that was holding a wand, and I didn't realize, like, what was doing so much damage to me, and it was an imp with a wand. So now that there's no more wand-holding imps, I'm pleased. Can they hold wands? The white imp? I don't think they can, right? See? Perfect. Now you're talking. Let me look at it. Ooh, I got drained, so no point in looking at anything right now. Yeah. Uftebi are fine. Oh. Oh no. I need to go over here and just give you this. There. Where is my staircase? Come on now. Look how much of this I've explored. There's got to be a staircase around here somewhere, people. And I am not going to use one of my mapping scrolls on a random hell floor. I saved those babies. Oh, okay. So we've got a Tormenta. So let's give him... Let's just see what Iron Shot does to him. Okay, great. One shot. Okay. Well, yeah, that is what it was a acid wand imp that just ripped through me. And I didn't have resist corrosion, I think, and I just took way more damage than I wanted to. Out of what I thought was nowhere, because I felt like I was safe, and it was like, oh no. It was my fault for not reading the text, which told me, you know, that he had that. Anyway. You know what's fun about this is I've finally gotten to the point in the game where I am just holding down tab to auto attack with my Earth Staff. Ooh, actually, that leads me to a question. Can I use enchant weapon scrolls on my Earth Staff to make it do more damage and hit easier? Oh, what a shame. Because... You know, my Staff of Ogre is +9, so I was thinking, like, maybe other staffs could be enchanted similarly. So, this staff is probably better for just pure attacking than my Earth Staff. My Earth Staff will crush things, but this thing does some serious damage. Actually, I want to look at it. It is base damage 5, accuracy. Okay. Oh, okay. So thank you guys for clarifying that. But yeah, no, I mean, this is fine. Like, let me just actually move over here so I can... I need to kill this Shard Shrike. He's making life difficult for me. I can beat these guys up. Just the Shard Shrike has to be treated with care. Alright. Now that I'm no longer drained, I want to check my spells. I do have to say, my Crystal Spear is at 5% fail, and yet it is still yellow in terms of the negative effects for casting it. It must be because it's such a high level spell. That's pretty brutal, though, to be honest. It didn't go white. It makes me not want to cast it. Anyway. Oh, we maxed out Earth Magic. I'm the Petrodigitator. Alright then. That's a pretty good title. Pretty good pun there. Better than some of the others. It makes sense. It's like Prestidigitator, a magic user, except it's with Earth Magic, so I'm a Petrodigitator. Sure, I'll take it. Earth Elemental, not Earth Elemental, Water Elemental. The Wellspring just blasted me. Okay. There's the way down, by the way. I just have to get through this set of shenanigans. Wow. Okay, I didn't realize that Earth Magic was making my staff do more damage per hit. So that's really good. So that's why I'm able to just tab these guys down. Tremendous. Well, it makes me want to raise evocations some more then. Traumaturge is hilarious. That's awesome. That's right. I'm not helping. I'm hurting. I'm causing trauma. Okay. Let me look at my... I can't yet. Alright, Oh, okay. Finally got Crystal Spear away from being yellow for failing and down to 4%. And Shatter is at a miraculous 11%. My shields are doing great. I see. So evocations isn't... It's just a proc chance. Okay, that makes sense. I think I'll just take shields to 15. So I'm going to set the target for shields to be 15. No point, really, in going higher. I would get more blocking, but the penalty... Alright, then. Fair enough. Alright, let's find some steps. Well, the good thing is, I'm conserving food a lot better by just hitting things with this staff. Also, remember that because I'm an ogre, I can fight okay in the shallow water. I just can't move very quickly. But I feel better about, like, the Abyss and Pandemonium, knowing that, against most weak enemies, I can just staff them to conserve. More so in the Abyss. I mean, in Pandemonium, I'm probably just going to be running around and then killing things with spells as they get dangerous. Alright, Rabid Vermin, have a good day, man. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, let's kill these. Oh, okay. So whenever there is a Ice Fiend, I say it's time for Crystal Spear. Ooh, I hit you really hard, but I'm starving, unfortunately. So that's going to give you the window you need to cast Torment. Thankfully, you did not, and I appreciate that and applaud you for not doing it. Flying Skulls abound. Nameless Horror. Where is... Actually, I'm still wearing... Oh, no. Okay. Oh, let's just kill this Shard Strike with some Iron Shots, and then... Here's the way down, everybody. We're getting there. We're getting there. Let's go. Let's clear these dudes out. Ah, I love it when you get down and then down again. Okay, here's 6. We just need one more staircase down, and we can think about our good buddy, the big frozen titan. Yeah, the big wall of hit points. Hopefully my spells will just rip through him. If not, I have memorized Apportation. I can't get Controlled Blink. Yeah, 700 hit points with 53 MP. I don't think I can chew through that with my pool. Alright, let's go down. Here's the steps. So let's kill this last guy and eat. And then... Oh. Alright. Tormentor, get out. Okay. You know what? I mean, this is still very, very early in my run. But so far, I will say, because most of the time I can nuke the tormentors that spawn fast enough to prevent them from getting off a few torments, I have to rest less when I'm in hell, and that means less hell effects, which means less tormentors, which means overall this is going faster than if I'm playing a melee character, I feel like. I could be wrong about that, but it just feels a little bit quicker. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to map this out just for fun. Okay, I don't know why I decided to tab down the Ice Fiend. That wasn't my best play. Alright. And look, I paid for it because we got a bunch of Shard Strikes here, and I'm at low hit points. So that was just a generally lazy play. Alright, let me move down here. And then I can blow up. Nah, I still can't get any good, like, hits in on this. Oh, okay, so I need to turn on a skill. I guess spellcasting and... Yeah, fighting might not be bad, you're right, just for the hit points. Yeah, let's do it. Ow! Ow, that hurt. Okay, so I'm going to need to... Ow. Oh, I have no MP left. Okay, so given that I have no MP, you know, that's actually interesting. I didn't realize that Vehement would give me MP back for a kill that I didn't make with a spell. Like, I evoked a Wand of Acid there, and he gave me some MP, so it's any kill that I get. It doesn't matter if I use a spell or not. That's sweet. That's great. I'll take it. Perfect. Well, it's all looking up then at that point. Alright, let me give you that. And then... Alright, I'm so hurt. I could actually still be killed here. I need to kill that guy in one shot. I got 2 MP. That's a coin flip. I don't want to miss again with my acid. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to... Okay. Now I have a little bit of breathing room to give it acid here. Jesus. Can we kill that thing? This thing will not die. I am missing. This is not fun. Let's get a good shot on this thing. The real problem was that I just allowed that Ice Fiend to get 2 torments and put me in a spot where I had low hit points. Like, this wouldn't have been bad. Alright, I think I could ignite poison here and kill it. Yeah, they are, just because they're so hard to hit. There we go. Okay. So let's try to get some hit points back. Maybe. Yeah, see, this is exactly what I was just talking about, which is like what makes hell, you know, just the end game stupid, is that like the only way in this game to get hit points back outside of a very, very few sources is to rest. And resting triggers hell effects, which trigger enemies that take your hit points away and creates this like endless loop of misery. But anyway, we'll get through this. Sometimes it's just worth leaving, going back to the vestibule, getting back your stuff, and then coming all the way back down. I want this tormentor here. Okay. All right. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's keep going. And there's the magic of the Ice Fiend. Did you step into line of sight? I'm gonna torment you. Okay. So, let's just give him a couple of those. At least he's dead. And let's get the hell out of here. I had to adjust my trajectory so that guy wouldn't step on the trap there. Okay, fine. Didn't we just go through this? Alright. Well, the only thing I will say is that at least we've made some progress getting deeper in the dungeon here, but so frustrating. Okay, let's just go ahead. Oh, we got marked, and there's... Okay, yeah, this is bad. Alright, so the thing that's so rough is that, I mean, among many, many other things... Yeah, I think that's a good call. Sure. The thing that's so rough is that they dodge your spells, and like spell points are such a premium that to have something evade your ability to do damage is beyond brutal. Oh, we're gonna get you with this disintegration. I have a feeling. Okay, you have 48% failure, or resist, buddy. Alright, here, have this. This usually works on you. That time it did not, and I'm about dead. And another one got spawned by a hell effect. So this is when I say, oh, I'm probably just going to... Teleport isn't great because I haven't explored the inner ring. But I can blink. The shard strikes will just keep up with me, unfortunately. Let me see. Let me look at my horn. What does my horn do again? It just makes bad guys. Are the things that I summon, are they friendly upon summoned, or are they neutral? Okay, so they're sort of friendly. Alright, well, I'm gonna try this. I made one guy, and he appeared in the cloud of freezing vapor. That is quite unlucky for you, buddy. So, I'm gonna blink, go up here. Actually, no. I'm gonna go here. Beep. And then move over here. And then I got a bunch of these, so... what a... what a bunch of not fun. Alright, I gotta go back up here. I mean, that just hit me for like 60. And I have 2 out of 3 cold resist. It must just not care about that. Or my armor. Okay. Anyway. I'm probably... I have to use my other blink scroll here. And go up here. And then... I think if I want to keep safe... I might have to blink again. Now, I don't know how much space this is going to give me. I'm hasted, so I should be moving quickly. But they're really, really fast. Yeah, I mean, back on me, so... I'm probably dead. I don't know if I can... I can fog. Quaff. Heal wounds. I don't really like many of my options at all. Yeah, that's true. So I got him a couple of times, and then I can maybe... Okay. Not dead. Jesus. It's amazing how just a few shard strikes made that basically undoable because my spells are so easily dodged by them. That's a new wrinkle that I was not aware of with this character. Like, I was just cruising through that. But c'est la vie. It's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. So let me look at my spells at this point. Can they dodge Shatter? They're flying though, so right, so Shatter probably won't do that much damage to them. But can I just, like, it, you know, use a whole bunch of magic and just try to shatter them? Or is that a bad plan? Let me see if I have any other spells that would help me. Yeah, I might just have to shatter. I've got my shields where I want them to be. Fighting is giving me... I mean, I almost have 300 hit points. Got a lot of hit points. I think it's just an issue of I need to be taking them down one at a time, and I can't have a Tormentor add on. There we go. Oh. Got the Kraken. Kraken zombie. Man. The hell effects. Just getting me. Oh, okay, sorry. I need to kill this guy. There we go. Oh, okay, that happened faster than I wanted it to. No good path to that guy. So annoying. Alright, well, I guess it's time for this. Okay, that worked. When line of sight is blocked, I guess I just shatter. Okay. Oh. And here we are in the loop. Can we get out of it? Okay, we're gonna go down. Oh. Ah, that wasn't the way I went down before. I have to do that again. Let's give you Crystal Spear, and then you can have an Iron Shot that should take you out, and then you guys, we can just slap. Alright. Down again. Down again. Down. Now, really the only thing bad is this guy here. Now, it hardly touched that guy. It's unreal. Okay. Yeah, it's the kryptonite. Alright. Alright, I gotta just remember not to take that staircase. It's not a good one. Okay, here we go. No, that's not the staircase. We need this one over here. And not this one. We need this one. How do we get there? We dig. How else? The only good thing about shard shrikes is they give you food. I will say that for them. Alright, let's do the one that we know. There we go! We finally made it back. Alright, let's try to chip away at this. Okay, there's you. I have to move up. There we go. If I'm so lucky to catch those shard shrikes one at a time, we can do this. Otherwise, okay, it becomes quite rough. Alright, well, we need to eat. No problem. We can eat. Oh. Nope, Ice Fiend. It's like, what's going wrong? Oh, Ice Fiend. Okay. God. Blasting me. I can't get... He's too far away. I guess this, and then this, and then this. That is so many torments. Yeah. Yes, I want to fire in his direction. For the love of God, just do it. Yes, do it. Yes, fire in the direction. Alright. Yep. Chip, chip, chip. But that's 2 less Ice Fiends this time than before. And that's good. And that's just how we're going to do this. I might be pressed to a food wall. It really might happen. Let's see. But worse things could happen. Alright, everybody. So, very, very interesting little foray into hell. We had some unbelievably good fortune surviving the ill-advised opening of a door vault, and we're still here. We did get Earth Magic maxed out. We do have Shatter and Crystal Spear online. Now it's just a matter of figuring out if we have the food and the wherewithal to do any more of extended, or if we should just tip our hats and try to go for the orb. We will see. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. I do appreciate your help and support. I will, the food clock is ticking, dude. It's getting bad. I mean, it's getting like, I need to go clear out Zot, and see how much food I have left, is where it's getting. Check out the video or any that you have missed on YouTube if you're interested. Anyway, everybody, take care. I'll see you next time.